In this video, I'll guide you through tutorial 10.1. So for 10.1, we need to assemble the bridge onto the V-block, followed by the screw, the handle, and the handle nut. So by looking at the bridge, we notice that the dimension here, 12.5. Alright, there's like a depression here. Alright, so most likely this one needs to go onto the V-block, one of the mating features. So you notice there's 12.5 here and there's a 12.5 here. So which one does it go onto? Alright, we need to put it together in order to figure out which one is the correct assembly. Okay, but first thing first, let's lock down the dimension. Locking down means that when I copy over the item, this dimension will not be copied over. Okay, alright, next thing, usually I like to use the grouping function, so I like to highlight the whole thing. Alright, I can press, okay, we should highlight only this portion here, and I'm going to press group. Okay, how do I know that it's being grouped? You just need to select any of the lines. You notice that this whole thing is being highlighted. Okay, so I'm going to copy this whole thing from this point over to somewhere around here. Okay, next thing, I'm going to put in the V block. I'm going to do the same thing as well. Group, copy, confirm. I'm using this base point here first. Click here. I can bring it over. I'm going to assemble it. So most likely it's going to be like this. I don't think it's going to be like that. Okay, otherwise the V block is interfering with the bridge. Okay, so most likely it's going to be here. You notice it's going to be a perfect fit. Next thing, I'm going to assemble the screw, okay, which is M8 over matching with this M8 here. So I'm going to copy. Oh, sorry, I'm going to group this thing as well. Copy. Bring this over, and I need to rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm going to rotate about the center of the circle. Make sure it's straight. You can click here, or you can key negative 90, minus 90. Enter. Okay. Alright, so how far should I be putting this thing, the location, basically the location of this screw onto here? So basically the note says that, or this question says that I need to clamp a diameter 16 rod. So I'm going to draw a circle using tangent radius. So V block is helped to center the rod. So I'm going to choose these lines here, and the radius is going to be 8. Okay, which tells me that this guy is going to be a diameter 16 rod. Okay, alright, so I'm going to move the screw from this location here. Okay, base point here, come to here, click. Okay, next thing, I'm going to move the handle. Same thing, I'm going to group the handle, copy from here. I'm going to shift it here. Okay, so this handle is going to go through this diameter 5 hole. On this front view, sectional front view, I'm going to show the full length of the handle itself. So, and I want to be centrally located to the center of the shaft. So what I need to do is just to move this object, confirm. It asks me for base point. I'm going to choose shift right click, choose middle between 2 points, from here to here, and then I'm going to click onto the center of the circle. So now it's centrally located. And last but not least, I need to put in the handle nut. Okay, and the nut M5 is going to be here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, group, and then after that copy, confirm, base point, point A. Okay, so for the nut, usually you screw all the way to the until you cannot screw anymore, right? So I'm going to put in here. Okay, alright. So this thing now is to remove. You have to check your sectioning and make the necessary changes. So over here, I'm not going to see a circle, so I'm going to ungroup, remove the circle, delete. I'm going to change it to a arc here. Okay, so basically the screw is now showing on the side. Alright, the hole is on the side view. I will probably see a curve. Okay, alright, not a straight line like this. Okay, so how to draw that curve? So basically I'm going to draw a construction line, circle radius or center radius. Alright, we trace or track and come to here, slowly bring up until you see this thing, click on it. Okay, so this is my diameter 8 screw. I'm going to construct a line. Okay, basically if this represents the plan view of the screw, the hole is somewhere around here. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line from the center to here. I'm going to offset 2.5 because it's a diameter 5 hole. Okay, so now the hole is going to be like this direction. So how do you draw the curve? Okay, on the side view. So since this represents the diameter of the hole, okay, I'm going to draw a line from this point. Notice the hole cuts the circle here. Click here. Alright, draw a line down. Make sure it extends beyond the circle, the center line a little bit. Alright, and this one is to represent the circle point here. Okay, so I'm going to draw a arc, 3 points up, starting from the bottom. The second point is the center. The last one is this point here. Okay, so this is the curve that we want to draw. So basically I need to trim away these lines. What else? I'm going to mirror this curve about here, about the center. Erase, no. Trim this and this. Okay, so once done, I can just erase off the item here. What else here? Because this is a shaft, usually we do not section the item, so I'm going to trim away the lines to show like this. Okay, any more things I want to trim? So I need to start to trim my lines. So always take note, the threaded shaft takes precedence in this case, so I need to ungroup. I'm going to trim. I'm going to ungroup. I'm going to remove the hinge line. Okay, I'm going to draw a line from here to here, here to here. Usually when it comes to sectioning, where there's a hole, there's a threaded hole and a hole, where there is a threaded hole and a shaft, threaded rod or a screw, the precedence will be my threaded shaft. Okay, all right. Okay, so once done, we are going to do the hatching. So we're going to hatch, change this to hatch line, hatch. If you have forgotten to change to hatch line earlier, you can come to these properties here, click on the hatch line. Okay, so use here over the color, just use by layer. Okay, so for the main body, the T block, the angle here is 135, spacing is 5. Make sure you choose user defined. Click here and here, press close, hatch again. This time out it will be 45 degrees and it's 4 for the bridge. So we're going to click here and here, done. And last but not least will be the nut here. Okay, so the angle here is 120 and the spacing is 2. Click here and here. In this case, we do not need to section the threading here because this is a screw. Alright, it overlaps with the thread hole. So one done, the press close. So this is the sectional view. Alright, so I'm going to put in this is a sectional view of XX. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the text here, or I can put on the top also can. Click text. Okay, it's a multi-text I draw. Okay, multi-line text. Click here like a box. Okay, before you key in, make sure the size is about 5, enter, and then just put X dash H. Okay, like this, you underline, that's all. Okay, so what you need to do is just need to reposition it to be in the middle. Okay, that's it. Alright, this is view XX. Okay, next thing is draw the side view. So for side view, looking at the direction of SX or the bridge, you notice that the side view to be drawn is on the right side. Okay, so before I can even do that, I need to make use of construction line starting with the most bottom portion here, and after that I'm going to draw a line like this. I'm going to offset by 30, confirm from this point to here. So this point here to here, this is the corner where I'm going to place my V block. Alright, so I come over here, I'm going to just group this item, confirm, copy this grouping from here to here. Okay, next I'm going to place the bridge right in the middle, centrally located to the V block. So I'm going to do the same thing, group first, copy. Alright, this object from the reference line will be here. Okay, from this point, and you notice it goes to the top of the V block, so it will be top here. Alright, but where exactly? I'm going to use the midpoint, shift right click, choose midpoint here. Okay, I'm going to trim away those hopefully I can get the correct line. Not to worry. We have to delete away the item first. Draw the line. So this is going to be hidden line. Here to here. Okay, what else? Alright, this is supposed to be a hidden line. So I'm going to ungroup. So this is not correct. It's supposed to be a hidden line. Okay, to correspond to the thickness here. Okay. So this thing I'm going to bring in the handle. So I just need to copy to here. Okay, so the reference line, construction line is here, and we're going to match here. Alright, so I'm going to rotate this item vertically downwards. While you can key in -90, make sure it's straight, move this item, confirm from this point. I'm always to zoom in to make sure I get the correct point, and zoom in to make sure I get correct location. Alright, notice that the center line will match with one another. Okay, if it does not match, means somewhere you have moved it incorrectly. Okay, so the next thing now is I'm going to ungroup. I'm going to make changes to this item here. So I'm going to break, but this time around break at that point. Okay, click here, click on this line, click on the intersection point. Repeat the command, spacebar, click here, click here. Repeat the command again, spacebar, click here, spacebar, click here, click here. So what did I do? So basically I just break it at this line. Okay, so I'm going to change all this out into a hidden line. Same thing for this portion here. Okay, because it's hidden. Next thing, most likely I need to draw the shaft. Alright, that's the meantime here. So I'm going to do an offset of 10 mm from here to here. Offset of 10 mm from here to here. Okay, so this is just a construction line. So now I'm going to create a line, center line, from this position here, from here to here. Where else? From here to here. Okay, so this green center line represents the phantom part that I have. Alright, next thing is here. Okay, so what do I have to draw? Draw a circle this size. Okay. So center here, radius here. How about the screw thread? Screw thread. Okay, because the screws overlap one another. Okay, so I'm just going to draw like this. Oops. Center radius from here to here. Okay, they overlap one another. What else? Okay, any more hidden lines? Okay, I do not think there's any more hidden lines for the side view. Alright, so next thing I'm going to draw will be the plan view. So I'm going to start from the construction line, make sure it's 45 degrees. So point will be from the extreme top and extreme right position here. I'm going to create a 45 degrees line like this. So now, line from this location here, I'm going to project all the way up, drag all the way up here to here. Alright, if any point of time you find that it's too high, I can just move this entire drawing, confirm, click, move it a bit lower. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the size of the V block. So I want to draw the size of the V block. Right, so this is the size of my V block. I'm going to use rectangle command from here to here. Next thing I'm going to draw is the width of this landing, short little landing area here. Next will be this one. So I'm just going to draw outline line from this point to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. Okay, this is my V block. Okay, so this is how the V block looks like from the top. Next thing, I'm going to draw the bridge. So for the bridge, I need the location. So from this point, go up here. This is my bridge location. Okay, from the front view, this is my location. Let's drag it up. Okay, so we're going to use outline, rectangle from this point to here. After that, I trim. Oops, trim, and then patch back. Again, using these lines because the bridge is over the V block. Okay, usually I try to patch back up first before I move on. Okay, so next thing is to create the lines for the bridge. Center line from the midpoint of this line to here. And also a line from here to here. Next thing, what I want to do is check for any hidden lines for the bridge. So for the bridge, I noticed there's one thing here, the thickness of the item. Okay, so I'm going to make use of construction line. So here, so hidden line here to here. Do the same thing again from here, track here to here. Next will be the hole here, or rather the screw, this outline. It's always good to draw center line first. I mean, to use construction lines to locate the radius. Okay, outline, center radius here to here. We do the same thing for the chamfer. Outline, circle, center radius here to here. Any more? Let's check. Line from here all the way up. You know, this is going to be coincide with this one, so we need to draw. We're going to coincide with this. How about the threading? So the threading is overlapping also, so I just draw a circle, hidden, center radius from here to here. Okay, what else? Looks like it's okay. So this thing, I need to draw will be the handle. So I'm going to add in the handle, group. I'm going to copy from here to here first. So what happens is that I'm going to just move this whole thing from this midpoint to this midpoint here. Okay, alright, and then last but not least is to move the cap. So the cap really has grouping, copy this from this point to here. Okay, because the screw just coming, going to screw all the way to the end point here. Let's put over here. So this thing is going to be adjusting all the lines. Alright, so whatever's being grouped, I need to ungroup. Okay, so the first thing here is I'm going to delete this tree now. A bit lazy, so just tree the whole thing. Alright, and then we're going to change all this into hidden lines. And from there use line and draw it up. Drag this up, drag to here, drag this to here. Okay, alright. Here to here. Okay, so take note, in the outside view for threaded hole or for shaft is always shown in hidden lines. Alright, anything else? Okay, I need to do a break here. Break at the point at this location. Do the same thing for below. At this location. Spacebar to repeat the last command. At this location. At this location. So this and this change to hidden line. Oops, wrong location. Oops, wrong location. Just realized. So be on the outside of the circle. I went to break too early. Not to worry, just drag. What else? Okay, looks like all the hidden lines have been drawn. So now it's draw the shaft here. Okay, draw the shaft. Center line, here to here. Okay, so all the view has been done. Looks good. Okay, I need to bring in the cutting plane. So I'm a bit lazy here, so I just copy over the cutting plane from this point to here. Alright, so this point I just track somewhere here. Okay, cutting plane XX. Next is to bring in the balloons. So I'll be using the point with the arrow. So arrow represents pointing to the edge. A dot represents if you want to point into the item. Alright, so I'm just going to copy using the pointing edge. Pointing edge, I just bring here. Alright, so I can just shift right click, choose nearest. Put here. Alright, copy again. Spacebar. This time around I choose mode to be multiple. So from this point, just click somewhere, shift right click, nearest, somewhere here, shift right click, nearest, somewhere here, here, okay. Okay. So what I do now is just select one item and then just drag to the side. Always take note to not make your balloons horizontal like this or vertical like this. No, it has to be at a certain angle. Alright, so now what you need to do is to key in the correct values or numbers. So number 1 is the V block, number 2 will be double click on it, change the number is 2, double click, change to 3, double click, change to 4, double click, change to 5. Alright, next thing, you have to bring in the part list. So part list is if you bottom up, you'll be using this. If you want to place it here, it must be top down. Okay, so I just want to use this one, bottom up. From this corner, place it here. Alright, next thing, I need to fill in the details. Just double click. So item 1, press 1 space V dash block. Make sure it's all capital letters. 1 dash ms tag 2, this is bridge tag ms represents mouse steel. 3 tag screw tag 1 dash ms tag 4 handle 1 dash ms tag 5 dash handle nut 1 dash ms. You press accidentally press tab, okay, not to worry, just click on the outside, go back here, click on the row 8, highlight the whole row, click on it, just right click and then press delete row. Okay, and then once done, just press escape. This is your item here. Alright, so now this is the complete assembly, which includes the balloons, sectioning, the cutting planes, and the part list. Alright, I hope you find this video useful.